9 steps I use to defeat my binge eating disorder. Over 1 year binge free. Hey lions and lionesses, confident you're staying fit, fierce, and ferocious. I've tracked my binge eating disorder back to the age of 10. That's more than a decade and a half of suffering without knowledge of even having an eating disorder. We all hear about anorexia and bulimia as kids, but I never heard anyone talk about binge eating. I never found any triggers, but through therapy, the closest we could narrow it down to was having to hide food if we wanted to eat it. The scarcity of it won't be here if I don't eat it all now. With these 9 steps, I'm now over a year binge free. If you take immediate action, this will be you 1 year from now. Trigger warning, this is not for the faint of heart. Number 1, every time I thought I was hungry, I would have a glass of water. Still hungry? Second glass of water. Still hungry? Third glass of water. If still hungry, it's time for a meal, preferably from Whole Foods. No more bored eating. Number 2, I would not restrict my food. As a binge eater, I know that if I'm craving or wanting to binge on something, let's say chocolate, I'll find room in my day today or tomorrow and add it in so I don't binge on it. Preventing a binge before it happens. Restriction leads to a binge. Number 3, I eat for enjoyment now. My meals make me feel happy. We need to have a good relationship with food. Eat for enjoyment and nourishment, not out of fear of gaining or losing weight. Number 4, I also like to start my day with a meal that I crave or makes me happy. It sets the day up better. Like my breakfast, I tend to eat some style of eggs with different combos of food. It makes me feel so happy and excited that I can't wait to eat it. Number 5, don't cut out carbs or fats and don't do fad diets. Never restrict food. This leads to the exact thing you're trying to prevent, a binge. If you cut out all carbs, that's the number 1 thing you're going to binge on because you restricted it. A balanced lifestyle for your food will kick this to the curb. We need a balanced diet to hit all the macro and micronutrients. There's no need to eliminate food groups unless there's a severe health reason to do so, not for losing weight. Number 6, if there are foods that you know you will binge on no matter what, remove them from the home. I'm not saying remove everything or all of the bad stuff, but for example, one thing I binge on is peanut butter. I eat natural peanut butter, not the stuff filled with junk. This peanut butter is healthy, but not in the amount I eat. Then there's certain processed foods that I will totally binge on, and I knew I wasn't in enough control over, so they didn't come into the house. If this isn't an option for you because you live with others, there's 2 options. 1, someone you live with. Have them lock it up or move it somewhere. Number 2, if you have all this processed junk for your kids' lunches, decide, should they really be eating this food? And if you binge, let's say, on Greek yogurt, like me, then yes, your children should actually eat Greek yogurt. But when I would binge on an entire box of cookies, whether or not I even liked that cookie, that's an issue. These are not something that your children need in the house either. One tip is to buy these goodies as a treat and eat a single one. So if you wanted a cookie, maybe you need to buy 1 single cookie, not a whole bag or box for now. Number 7, order groceries online. Not only does this save you time, it saves you money from not seeing the additional items to purchase. And most of these items are not the items you're looking to bring into your home right now. So skip the cookie and chip aisle if that helps you. For me, I avoid the food aisle at Dollarama. It's hard to resist an aisle full of candy to binge on. I noticed that when I was binging at my worst, I would be frequently going Dollarama. Since I was already there, I'd grab 2 bags of something little that I knew I never needed. But that's not how binging works. Whether we know or are unaware, we just want the next item. The taste, texture, size doesn't really matter. It's the chase for the next item to eat. Number 8, an accountability partner is needed. If you don't have a family member or friend that truly understands the entire feeling and times of no feeling that comes with binging, I look into 2 things: therapy or hiring a coach. Number 9, now I did therapy. It didn't do a thing. I actually felt my binging was worsened by it. I did not feel safe there, nor like I was heard. And therapy was with other binge eaters. I did one-on therapy and group therapy, but I did not feel like they understood, and we were not on the same page with it at all. But I did find that having a coach, someone I pay to help me each week work on my health and mental health, really helped. I didn't have any support, not my family, not anyone. And my grandparents even encouraged eating more, as I was too skinny when I was over 150 pounds, and never encouraged healthy foods. We must be our own advocate. I've learned this as my old doctor refused to help me with any of my health issues, binge eating aside. If you need help with accountability, I'll gladly gift you Pride Rock, your new home for your transformation and support group. And if you need one-on-one help with someone to be there for you personally, every step of the way that's been in your shoes, anxiety, depression, binge eating disorder, and beat them all, I got you there too. Book your free call to find out what results you want, what's holding you back, and what's the best plan for you to begin your sustainable transformation. Do you have the heart of a lion? Are you lion heart strong? Welcome to the Pride. It's your time to roar.